lovers, how are you guys doing today? So I'm excited for this video because I'm going to be talking about all the new makeup releases. I missed last week because I was visiting my grandparents, and this week I am kind of pre-filming. It is Wednesday. I normally film this video on Friday for Sunday to give me a little bit of time to edit and everything. But I'm going out of town again on Friday to visit my sister, so I'm filming early. Hopefully you guys don't mind if anything like major happens in the next 4 days. Like, I won't know about it. So next week I will probably be uploading new makeup releases on Monday. I'll be a day late, but I'm still gonna try and get it up because I believe I'm coming home that Sunday. So okay, enough of an intro. I don't like to do long intros, even though I will say really quickly that like I spent like 2 hours doing my makeup today, and I'm like, I don't even know if I like it. Like I just don't know. So okay, so the very first thing I want to talk about is the Melt Cosmetics 27 eyeshadow palette, and I was originally excited for this because they started off with releasing the super bright warm shades, which I love, and I was kind of curious to see where this palette went. And it was kind of the same thing as the Gemini palette. They started off with the really cool colors, and then it kind of just got more neutral as you went. And I just felt really disappointed by the overall color scheme of this palette. It is pretty, I don't hate it, but I feel like it is so similar to the Naked Heat palette. So I'm gonna have to go ahead and pass on it because I just feel like I have these colors a million times over in my collection. Okay, so next Colourpop is coming out with some eyeshadow palettes for summer, and the one is like super bright warm tones, which if you're looking or you're trying to decide whether to get that 27 palette, you could get this instead. It looks kind of similar but a little bit more bright. And then also a like bluish neutral toned palette. And okay, first of all, these look just like Kylie Cosmetics, like to a T, the burgundy palette and the blue honey palette, which I'm kind of interested in the blue one because I wanted to get the blue honey palette from Kylie and I never did, and obviously it's a lot cheaper. I kind of went through and I made my own palette of the shades that I found most interesting out of these both, even though honestly I could probably get it down to 6 colors and be happy. I don't think I'm gonna end up purchasing it. Like, I'm sure that the price is great and I really like the 9-pan palettes, but I just don't feel like it's something I need. I feel like I have so many beautiful reds and blues and pinks from Juvia's Place, so not a bad launch, but I just don't feel like I need it. Okay, so next, Too Faced is coming out with the Tutti Frutti collection, and I'm very interested to see what this is going to be because they've got Pineapple Paradise, Sparkling Pineapple Fruit Cocktail, and then it looks like Razzle something. So I'm curious to see what these are going to be, if they're going to have scents, because I feel like Too Faced does scents really well. So we will just have to wait and see. I wonder if it's going to be like a yellow tone palette for the Sparkling Pineapple. I don't know. I'm very excited to see the inside. Okay, so next there is a new brand on the market called Flesh, and I see a lot of people hating the name, and I don't hate it. I think it's actually kind of cool. I feel like it's a little bit different but new, and obviously it's like very skin focused, but I don't think it's cruelty free. Revlon is not cruelty free. I couldn't find any information online. I commented on Trend Mood and I just never got an answer or anything, which I'm not expecting an answer. Like, she probably doesn't know, but yeah, I don't think it's cruelty free, so it's just, I don't need it. I'm not gonna get it. Next, Fenty Beauty is coming out with a Moroccan vibe collection, and they've got this palette here, and I feel like it's just a pass for me. I just don't like it. I just don't think it's very interesting. So yeah, I don't need that. And I really do want to buy more from Fenty Beauty, but I just feel like other than the initial launch, which I got a few things from, like ever since then, I just haven't been very interested in what they're coming out with. Ooh, so this is something I actually am super excited about. This is from Bite Beauty, and they are coming out with the French Press Gloss. I actually told my mom about this because she was like, ooh, if you get that, I have to try it. So it is going to be glosses that have a slight coffee scent, confirmed by Bite Beauty because I was looking on their post, and they all have coffee names. They've got Flat White, Vanilla Latte, Salted Caramel, Dirty Chai, French Press, and Black Coffee. So I love this. I'm here for it. I got a bronzer that was supposed to smell like coffee from Winky Lux, I think it was, and it was so bad. It was like the worst smell ever. So I'm a little bit nervous about picking one of these up, but I really want to try one at the same time. I'm here for the coffee scent. Okay, so this next release, I'm not completely sure. So MAC Cosmetics is coming out with their Studio Fix concealer. Is that not the same concealer that they already had? that was like in the little pump bottle. Because if it is, then this is a very smart release to change the packaging, because I've heard people complain about the packaging of that concealer for years and years, like probably like almost a decade now. So I think if it's that same concealer in new packaging, that's super, super smart. But I'm kind of confused if it's a different concealer. I thought Max Studio Fix was the little bottle. I actually tried that once and it creased like crazy under my eyes, but that was years ago. But also Max not cruelty free, so I'm not gonna buy it, but I just think it's smart to change the packaging. Okay, moving on. Urban Decay is coming out with lip mousses, and I'm honestly so confused. I just don't get the point. Like, okay, if they're like very, very like not pigmented and it's something you can just easily like throw on your lips, then I guess like with your finger, I guess it's okay. But these are very, very bright, bold shades, and I'm like, there is no way that I'm going to sit there and use a lip brush and put a lip mousse on. Like, that's like the same thing with the Anastasia lip palette. I thought it was really cool, a cool idea, and definitely amazing for makeup artists. But for me, I'm like, I probably should take the time to do that, but I'm too lazy. So this is just a pass for me. Just not necessary. Okay, so here's something that I really wanted to talk about. Morphe and Jaclyn Hill are delaying the Vault collection release. And I will side with the negativity for just a moment and say that yes, it should have already been perfect. They had a lot of time. This was in the works for at least a year, I believe they said. Some of the shades were formulated before that. It should have been thoroughly tested. Like, it should have been perfect, but it wasn't, and they decided to own up to their mistake. I appreciate that so much more than them just releasing it to, you know, the general public and just releasing a crappy product. So I very, very much appreciate them losing money and giving a good quality product. I would prefer that all the way. I saw people saying that Jaclyn Hill just wants easy money and all this different stuff. I'm like, if she just wanted easy money, she would have released the bad product and just dealt with the negativity. Because I saw good reviews and I saw bad reviews, so it was definitely a mix. It could have just kind of, you know, a lot of people still would have bought it and it would have just been like an okay collection. But they decided to delay the release, and I personally really appreciate that. And I'm not trying to sit on my high horse here and preach, but I just feel like sometimes it's really important to take a step back and just remember that it's makeup. It's just a collection. It's just a release. Jaclyn Hill, for most of us, is just a stranger. Like, I just don't think that there's a reason to be angry, to be negative, to be super mad, like to go on rampages and all this different stuff. Like, I don't know what it is about Jaclyn Hill, but I feel like her name, like, people just want to hate her, and I feel like she can bring out the worst in the YouTube community, the way that people react about different things like collections, collabs, everything with her. And I just, like, for me, I had a really, really hard week, and I wasn't even planning on talking about this just because I just feel like it's just so hard for me to be angry at something like, oh, whoop-de-doo, like a palette isn't being released right away. So I'm not an emotional person. I've literally never cried on camera, but I'm just saying that, you know, it's the things in life that matter. Like, of course I love makeup. I have a whole channel, Amy Loves Makeup, and I love talking about new makeup, but I'm not going to sit here and be like, this is the most important thing in the world, because it's really not. Okay, so a release that I'm super excited for, Colored Raine did this little sneak peek. I'm thinking maybe it's going to be a 9-pan palette or maybe 4 pans. I'm not sure. But it is the Vivid Pigments and Shadows coming on July 20th. So I'm very, very excited to see what this is. Oh, wait, no. It says 16 shades. Gosh, I was not paying attention all the way. But just from the outer packaging, I'm just very, very excited. I do like Colored Raine's formula. I have the Queen of Hearts palette, and I do like it. The colors aren't my absolute favorite, especially not at the moment. I really should probably pull that out and play with it some more. But I'm very, very interested to see what this is going to be, and I might pick it up. Another thing I wanted to talk about, Wayne Goss is coming out with his own cosmetics line, and I have a lot of negative and positive feelings towards this. Okay, so positive, we'll do a positive then a negative and go back and forth. Positive, I always think it's awesome seeing YouTubers create their own brands and like become business owners. Like, I'm all for like success. Like, I'm definitely not over here like, oh, like, I'm, you know, just like mad at other people's success. That's just not me. So I'm not mad at that at all. Like, I think that's cool for him. Negative, he's sneak peeking this 6 months in advance. I feel like that's really, really far away. And then a positive is that I do have one brush from him and I think it's really, really nice. So I'm curious to see if the quality of his product would be good, because I do think that his brushes are nice. But negative, I feel like for a makeup artist, he never ever shows his work. Like, you go down his Instagram and almost all of it is product shots, and like I don't know, every other like high known makeup artist shows their work. So I just feel like that should be something, like if you're gonna come out with a cosmetics line but people barely see you apply makeup. I mean, you can see him apply makeup just a little bit on his channel and on himself, but it's always super natural, and I don't know, I feel kind of like I don't know what I would be expecting. But so I don't feel super inclined like I'm going to need to purchase whatever palette it's going to be. I don't even know what colors are going to be inside, but I feel like Wayne Goss himself is probably a nice person. I think he seems nice. He's definitely one of those makeup artists that has a very much like, you should do this, you shouldn't do that, this is the way it's done type of you know, just technique. And the way he teaches, it's very much like, it's really good for like the average woman who just wants like makeup rules and who just wants to like, you know, just apply makeup, not necessarily someone who's really trying to be artistic and express themselves. Because I feel like, I don't know, a lot of his videos, you go down his thing and it's like, you shouldn't apply blush this way, this is how you should apply concealer. And I feel like there's a lot of different ways that you can do a lot of different things and still look beautiful. So I don't feel myself ever drawn to his channel. And like I said, I think that he seems like a nice, genuine person, but his comment section is atrocious. Literally the worst. I can't, that's the reason really I just can't watch him, is because I like to read the comments as I'm watching a video. And the people, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to make generalizations here. If you follow him and you comment, I'm not saying every single person, but so many of the people on his videos are so hateful towards anyone else in the YouTube community or on Instagram or, you know, whatever. Like, they are truly hateful. So I don't know, I don't even want to be a part of that. Like I said, I don't think it's him. I don't know what it is about his channel that inspires that his comments are so atrocious, to me at least. I don't like them at all. They always leave me angry. I don't know. I don't even know if I'm explaining myself correctly. Like I said, nothing against him at all. I'm just not feeling it for me personally. Okay, moving on. So Glam Glow is coming out with a glow powder palette, and I will admit that I really like the packaging on this. I know it's probably a little bit gaudy, a little bit bulky, but I think it looks really cool. But I'm so over highlighter palettes. Like, I just don't want to buy it and only be able to use one shade. So it's not happening. I'm not getting it. I think it's a cool idea. I wish that they were singles and not a palette. So yeah, I really like the packaging though. Bite Beauty released their Cancer lipstick, and I really like this shade as well. I decided not to pick it up, even though I did get the Taurus one because I love Taurus, and I have a love-hate relationship between Taurus and Cancer. Literally the best people and the worst people in my life have been Cancers. So I don't know, I just decided to skip it, but I think it is really pretty, a really nice color. Ooh, and then Becca is collaborating with Chrissy Teigan again, and this whole collection is a pass for me. But I will say that the highlighter, blush, bronzer compact is so beautiful. The packaging, or not the packaging, the imprint is so beautiful, but also not super practical. So I don't see myself picking any of that up. But I did think that the packaging, sorry, the imprint, the sun, the waves, like, I just thought that was a really nice touch, and it feels very summery. So okay, this is the last thing that I have to talk about, but by far the thing that I am most excited about. So Blush Tribe, which is a brand I believe in the UK, they're an indie brand. They are coming out with the Hasina 2 palette, and this is so beautiful. I love it. They've got purples, just a little bit of blue, and greens. I'm living for this color scheme. It's giving me complete Hulk vibes. I just love it. I love it so much. So I'm very excited to try this, and I think whenever this palette comes out, I'm definitely going to purchase this one and possibly like maybe like 1 or 2 others from them just to try them out, because I've heard really great things, and I feel like this palette is truly unique. Like literally as soon as I saw it, I like died. I was like, this is what I've been waiting for. This is what I needed and didn't know. So I'm very excited about it. I think it looks beautiful. Oh man, I'm living for these shades, so I'm very excited about that. That's everything I had to talk about for today's new makeup releases. I hope you guys enjoyed. Definitely let me know down below what your favorite or least favorite release was from this week, and I will see y'all in the next one. Bye.